heading out to my thoughtful spot. Thought you'd like to come along with me for just a minute. Wanted to tell you about this time when I was a kid. Now, my dad was a disciplinarian with his voice. At 6 foot, 245 pounds, Popeye forearms and all tatted up. World War II, Korean War veteran. He was, when he used his voice, it would just shake me, right? I thought I told you to, yeah. And one thing he would often do when I was much younger would be to threaten with the use of his belt. If I have to take my belt off, he never never did, and so I didn't know what that would be like, but it was world changing in the moment when he would say it. Well, one day I was bothering my mom. It was a Saturday, so I'm pretty sure she was focused on Hee Haw, watching a show, and I was bugging her about when dinner was going to be. I got Sandlot football to play. I got to ride my bike. I got things I want to do. And when's dinner going to be ready? When's dinner going to be ready? And she was saying, as soon as this is done, I'm going to make dinner. Well, I'm going to get something. No, you're not going to have something. You'll spoil your appetite. Well, I went out in the kitchen anyway. Decided I was going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I got the peanut butter and jelly out, got the bread, making the sandwich, and everything was just fine. Till I knocked the jelly off the counter onto the floor, and the jar broke into 100 pieces, and of course it made a loud noise. Now, my dad was in the living room with my mom watching Hee Haw, and he was in his recliner. And you knew when you could hear that recliner snap down, the world was gonna end. So he came out in the kitchen, and he grabbed me by the back of my neck on my shoulder, and he hustled me into the bathroom, and he slammed the door. And like one of those dogs that are chasing you and they're not barking, they're the worst. Because he wasn't yelling. He was just doing. And he took his belt off and he folded it and whacked me with it on the butt. And he said, "What'd your mom say about dinner?" She was going to make it after the show. And what did you do? I kept bugging her about it, wouldn't leave her alone. I'm sorry. I don't even remember what it felt like getting hit by that belt. I didn't feel it. I had my jeans on. But he finally did it. And you know, he never did it again after that. And I don't remember, I was probably 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember him ever threatening with it either after that. But what does that have to do with our personal brand? It's got everything to do with our personal brand. Everything that you are is made up of all these components. Right? Your DNA to start with, just what you were woven together masterfully with and created in the womb. And then all the experiences that you had. I'm out of my thoughtful spot. And all the experiences that you had, the way you were treated, the way you were mistreated, the way people left you alone or wouldn't leave you alone, how you developed a sense of humor. You know, there's so many things by the time you were 18, hardwired. But what we're talking about here with our personal brand is you can change. You were designed masterfully, your mind and your body, to change. It takes work. It takes meditation and prayer. You got to want something to change. Or if you're like me, it's just being a better person, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or the environment that we keep all around us, that we want something better for ourselves and consequently for the world. So it takes time. So revisiting those moments quickly where my dad would do something like that, what is impactful is all of the times he said it leading up to it. I don't think that moment was so impactful. It was all of the times leading up to it, the threatening of using the belt and using his booming voice to discipline. That had something to do with how I feel about discipline today, probably. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me take my belt off.